Because I'm going through a few issues with my eating, I thought I would just let you know how I prepare food when I'm having real trouble swallowing stuff. And I noticed here that in my first book, Easy Follow, Easy Swallow, strangely enough, I put in pizza with zucchini and suppressor salami. And you might think, well, that's a really odd thing to put in a dysphagia book, but what I found was, well, let's start with the suppressor salami. I picked that because I'm having run a deli in Sydney for a number of years. That meat for me adds a bit of oomph to it, and although it does shard a bit, I can manage it because of the very high fat content in it and the type of pork that it is. So I get that suppressor salami, no chili. I add into, and I'm trying this different today, the pizza sauce from Legos. I've never tried that before, but I thought I'd try it differently. And I'm also adding in the mango chutney Yvonne used to charm her husband. And I've just turfed that mango chutney in the sauce, which I'll put on that Lebanese base. What else? Pitted olives, I go through and cut them again, make sure there's no stones in them. I can manage capsicum, I can manage onion, and I also add in anchovies, and there's some leftover breakfast tomatoes I had. I struggle with mushrooms, but if I bake them on a pizza, I seem to be able to manage them. So that's the pizzas that I'm making up at the moment, and I make them up fully. Cook one, and then normally I freeze one. Okay, that's the finished product. I had some baby spinach growing out in the garden and some little cherry tomatoes left over. So I just chuffed it in there as well. If you need a wetter base, and I mean that Lebanese bread is very thin, so it crisps, I can manage that, but where the sauce is, that will get moist. And if you need it moister than what I've got here, grate zucchini into the tomato paste or the base that you use on the pizza. That just gives it a bit more added moisture. It gives you more vegetable, and that's what I used in my first book, Easy Follow, Easy Swallow. But that's my pizzas, and that's what I do. And I freeze one, cook one, so I've always got one ready to go in the oven. And bon appetit!